Good evening, I'm Josh Beiser from GameWisdom.com, and this is another episode in my series Diablo 3 Road to 70. This is a Season 3 hardcore run, and we're going to see how far I can get, and we're continuing right now. So, in the previous episode I did manage to hit level 70, which is great, and we're now officially at the endgame of Diablo 3, and that involves getting greater rifts open and improving our Paragon level, which lets us basically make very subtle increases to our abilities. Things have been going somewhat okay. We haven't gotten a great rift yet, and that's what I've been really looking for in order to start building my character to those obscene levels. So first, I'm just seeing if there's any easy quests around. Let's see. The triage again. This is a quick one from the other day. We can do this one very quickly. And it will give us some experience, and hopefully the enemies will drop some freaking good loot. Because I'm really needing some level 70 stuff before I can really start to do Torment 2 and up. Okay. The metal cam is pretty much right out the door. I'm in a good place, but I'm not in a great place. That's the thing. So I have to be on my guard, especially when dealing with elite groups. And anything that involves like arcane, frozen, wall or stuff. I saw a wall burner. Is that guy over here? No, it's just explosions. Oh boy, these guys again. So again, I'm all about exploding palm and basically letting my matcha of healing be my main defense, along with serenity. Alright, there's the camp, it's over here. And I am focusing on getting critical hit damage and chance, because that will give me a lot more damage output compared to just flat damage. Have this event here, we have to just wipe the floor with all these guys. Shouldn't be too hard because again, my build is all about winning everything. And after this, we will open up the rift, I think, and maybe we'll get lucky. Because all we need is one. Because that will that'll let us into the great rift system when we can start really going crazy with items. It's just getting that first one that's a little dangerous. Right.
What is that? It explodes. Can't you feel it?
Come on. There they are. So the passive that I unlocked in the previous video, it basically lets my next spirit spectre do increased damage after I do a 3-hit combo. Oh boy, those are frozen bombs. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm afraid of you. I'm going for 3 seconds. Frozen Arcane, like I said, are like the 2 biggest killers when you get to high up on warlords. Alright, just gotta kill this guy and the quest will be complete. Got a new weapon, but I know it's gonna be back. No, it's not. Okay. My friends are doing their own rifts and getting lots of good loot. Hopefully we'll be able to do the same. Alright, so heading back to town. I'm gonna see if I can craft anything just to help offset, and then we will try the rift. Hopefully it won't be too horrible of a challenge, but again, you never know. There's that nightmare from a few nights ago. Okay. So first off, let's see. Level 69, 70, 2 legendary rings. I don't want to get rid of them just yet due to their great secondaries, but pants, gloves, helm, and amulet are the big ones. So I'm gonna try gloves. See, can I even do gloves? Yeah, got enough for 1. Come on, good gloves. They're okay. But I think the 10% critical chance is important right now. Can I afford anything else? Oh, let's try the helmet. Maybe we'll get lucky. No, we did not. And we are not batting 1,000 tonight so far. But let's go into the rift and see what happens. Grab one of these bad boys. And here we go. Do I have enough? No, I only need more blood shards. So, let's go in. And see how bad this rift is. Alright.
Your power, and you will survive.
And here they come already. Jeez. Alright, good thing it's not arcane, frozen, crazy crap like that. So I should be able to handle these guys. Oh wait, we got 2. Scratch that. Oh. I gotta be very careful, obviously.
A vicious fight.
Oh, thank you, knockback on the wall. Alright, so there's 2 legendaries. I don't feel safe in using certain damage, so I'll keep it as a emergency here. Because again, Frozen can just wreck you here. Unfortunately, I have more than enough damage out thanks to my skills and my Tempest scope. Alright, we leveled up again. Now deal with more. Oh, let's see the alert. Die. Alright, I think I got crap from that. Let's see. Yeah, I got a Crusader weapon because I can use that. Alright, new Paragon. And we'll do to Gold Find again. This will make it easier for us to upgrade our gems as time goes on. Well, that was an exciting start. Oh, good, and there's another one. Oh, it's Arcane Enchant. That's I think Blizzard must know I'm playing. They're not playing right now. Okay, Arcane Enchanted, not good. But these guys are fairly weak, so that's at least a small thing. Big guys are pretty elites. And my shield can absorb in 3 seconds or to a certain amount of damage. So that's why you're going to see me keep applying it as much as possible. Alright, Infectus Warp Breaker. Gotta love these names. Nothing good. Yeah. Alright, back to the regular fighting. Ow, something is hurting like me. Come on, you. I was like barely a foot into this dungeon, created 3 elite packs already. And these guys are not wasting time. Oh good, and there's another one. Alright, not horrible, I suppose. The poison's a little annoying, but it's a bit of a cakewalk compared to what we just fought. Turn on my Serenity for increased damage here. And I don't want to get Serenity. And keeping them all right here is nice. So I don't need to blow up. Okay, and then Serenity Blast here. And just one more. I really want some the reward. Can't use that. Man, the game is being very stingy. Oh, there's someone else here. Let's try multi. Alright, this is actually a good combination, because remember, illusions I can proc with my exploding palm and make them blow up and damage everything. Just gotta be really careful where I'm standing on. It's gonna be a whole lot of crazy stuff. Oh well. Oh, I killed one of the real ones. You can tell because the mortars, or I'm sorry, the molten. I cannot see what is happening. They all died. Nice. Another design. And can't use those boots. Alright. Now, we've already caught so many. Nice. Over there. That one. So many explosions going on right now. The good news is fighting these meteor enemies is increasing our rift meter very quickly. So we're almost halfway. And again, it will rise up even more when we're fighting champion and special enemies. Happy to get legendary. Hint, hint game. Oh boy, now those knockback, throw, poison. Alright, not a bad one. Knockback is a pain though, but it shouldn't be too hard. Oh, that's a lot of rate. The good thing about playing these squats, they have lower health than most enemies, so their special and champion versions are all good. I have to put on some Serenity. Just gotta be really careful, I don't want to pull any more enemies. I want to keep them in the areas I know that I can. Just annoying to deal with a not, especially when you're a melee character. You have to chase after them. Another one down. About halfway to the rift, that's good. So I really hope we get a greater rift token after this. There we go. Great hit damage there. I love all those numbers. Man, these guys are just taking a lick tonight. Again, that's because we are fighting on level 70 Torment 1, and we haven't gotten a really good weapon, so I am relying mostly on my crits to sort of compensate right now. And again, this build is not good in one-on-one fights, because I rely on Exploding Palm to blow up and do a lot of damage. Alright, finally. Not bad, but lowers my offense. Again, these meteor guys are going to help us at least clear the rip because we're going to get the crits. Alright, leveled up again. I do wonder if they're going to ever raise the level caps. It just seems somewhat limited right now. You can of course go up to different torment levels, but it's not really changing how the game plays. At least this rip is going by somewhat quickly. Where's our next elite attack? It may look like I'm doing a lot of damage, but I really not. It's just basically the critical hits that are working. A little chest here, something good. Nope, can't use a crossbow. Well, we may actually clear this rip before we even get off this floor, considering the size of this place. Sweeping in tornadoes. Here they come. Wow, that hurt. Okay, there's our next thing up there. It's a mortar. Ooh, and a teleport. Well, I think it's under some Serenity action. Maybe Alpha strike some of these guys down. Again, I gotta keep that shield up at all times. It's basically free defense. And when it's not up, I get increased health regeneration. We'll raise the Paragon up after we're done with these guys. Another one. Alright, well that was fun and exciting for a few seconds. Anything good? No. This is actually a really good armor because it has 3 sockets, but it doesn't have enough primary modifiers to make it worth it. Alright, Paragon, we're back over here. Movement speed. I should also probably think about putting some into Spirit, too. Just so that will let me cast my spells a little quicker. And be even more, or even be less mana dependent. Alright. Lots of guys here. I got my shield, so I'm good. Nope. So much damage going around this. Okay. What do we get? 72% done, that's good. Hey, who's this guy? Where are you coming from? Oh. This one's got frozen, so that's going to be a bit of a cheat. And I want them all to be fighting close to each other so that I can get my exploding palm to hit them all. In an emergency, Serenity will get me out of a frozen stun. I can Now you can see what's happening. Get the hell out of there. And there's one left. There we go. This guy just don't know when to play. At least we got a lot of gold for that. Okay, anything good? No, and no. Oh boy, who's this? Alright, not bad. Wait, did we just engage two? Oh, I'm out. Very careful here. Portal. Again, it's the weakest guys, fortunately, who are minions, so I can kill them pretty quickly.
This fight is over.
And my exploding palm will help nicely. But I gotta be very careful how I'm running here. Because again, I don't want to be causing more damage. I have two attacks on me. And one of them is the very nasty arcane. Right. There's another one. Just got hit by like everything there. Okay. Here are their bosses. This is going to be a bit of a pain to fight with both of them so close together. Fritz, do your thing. Nice Serenity Blast. Come on. Just getting some really nasty draws here, but it's not as bad as the other ones. Alright, there's one down. Get back. Keep him stunned. At least for a little bit. Thank you, chicken. And this guy is not as bad just because he doesn't have anything really dangerous. Stay right here. Alright. And we are at 89% on this rift. That's great. Again, we want to get that greater rift token. That's my goal. If I can do that, it will make this all worthwhile, and then we can really start to tear into the endgame. Oh, and there's some more guys here. Now good. Ugh. Water, Waller. Good news, he doesn't have anything arcane craziness. Oh, or maybe not. Oy. We'll back up just to try to separate these guys out a little bit. Again, if I can fight them one at a time, it's not so bad. They're all getting close to me. These can all be perfect fodder for Swift Palm. Oh my god, that's a whole lot of danger here. Alright, there's one. The good thing is we lost the other special ones. So just focus on these guys here. I can't even see myself right now. There we go. That's cleared up. Now it's got to deal with these two. New pants. not as good. Alright, we're at 95%, so this group may actually do it. Okay, it's health link, which means that I attack one and they'll all take damage. Should probably go this side, it's a little easier. Oh, and there's the remaining guy. Again, while it's hard to kill them one at a time, I'm at least hurting all three of them at once. My lovely shield is... Yeah, this group should get me to the boss. I'm going to move over here slightly, just so that I can lure him back to where I know there's no danger. Oh, get out of there quick. They won't get multiples. Okay, 90. Come on, 99%, really? New shield. Getting some decent shields while I'm going two-handed right now. Okay, so we're at 99%. Pretty much like the next big enemy will take us over. I don't want to fight any more specials, though. Just some regular... Okay, there's our target right there. This guy should be enough to get us over. And then we got our... There he is. There he is. What is that? Oh, that's a big... Alright. Blood is our target here. Thankfully, my shield should be able to mitigate most of this damage, and he's stunned. But he's going to probably get more dangerous as his health increases. Like right now. He's a hopper, apparently. Ugh. Okay. Now there's little minions here. I can use them to explode combo. And of course he popped away just in time. Now, even though I get stunned... Oh, good. Oh, are you kidding me? He dropped a freaking Crusader. That is just horrible. Alright, catch him up. This is going to be a pretty easy fight, I hope. He's getting pissed. Or pissier. But I have enough defense, I should be able to survive even if he throws at me. It's just a matter of really wearing him down. So we're going to be here for probably another 2-3 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes at this rate. Okay, someone's getting pissed off again. There goes his little hopping. Back here. Okay, he's below half health now. That's great. Come on. Final quarter. Again with a little pop. Try to blast him down with syringe. He's getting faster, but he's got... Come on. Don't do another hop. Die already. There we go. Yes, we got the keystone. That's why that makes this whole thing worth it. Okay. With that keystone, we can now really get going. First, I just want to pick up all this lovely stuff he dropped.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. With that, I'm going to head back to town and we're going to discuss the greater rifts. Ooh, we heard that crack too, folks.
Skobos is a dangerous land.
Okay, first we'll close this rift. Get some very much needed experience. Now, do I have anything I can... If this had dexterity, it would actually be really damn good. I think I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. What about you? No. No. That. Okay. Might as well see what this is, just for curiosity's sake. I can't use it, unfortunately. Doubles variation of Steed Charge? Okay. I can't really tell that's good or... Actually, this is not bad, but it doesn't have vitality. Well, into the chest you go. Drop these things off here. Okay. It's time to do some greater rift farming. The first thing you do is you're going to use the keystone, and this basic keystone will basically give you a challenge. And the better you do in the challenge, the higher the rift is going to be. And let's see. So we're going to start this, and what I'm going to do is purposely lose this. I'm not going to kill anyone here. I want it to be at the absolute basic level. The higher the greater rift tier that you do, basically corresponds to the higher the enemy stats are. And this is corresponding to difficulty as well. Like the first, I think, 8 or 9 tiers of the greater rift are like considered like Master, 10 or so is like Torment, and it basically goes higher and higher and higher. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to wait this out. This will give me the most absolute basic rift. There we go. Rank 1. This is going to basically be like, I'm basically fighting Master or Expert. Or I'm sorry, Master or Expert level enemies. And the point is, the quicker I clear this rift, the higher the next keystone is going to be. So if I do it very quick, it'll shoot from 1 to like 8. If I take a really long time, it will only go up 1 to 2. But I wanted to do that because you get a huge amount of legendary and set items for clearing these rifts. So I want to do the lower level ones as much as possible. And this is where the farming comes in. So, and I've done this enough times to know that at the 5-minute mark, when there's only 5 minutes left in the rift, I believe that will only make it go up by 1. So, this is sort of a way of allowing us to do multiple things at one time. First, we're going to clear that. Okay, so we're going to go into the rift. And these rifts, the challenge is I have 10 minutes to fill this bar. Oh, I'm sorry, 15 minutes. The bar fills up, again, by killing enemies. Now, by killing special and champion enemies, it'll rise up quicker. Now, I have to basically fill this bar and kill the rift boss before time runs out. But this shouldn't be bad, because these guys are pretty much absolute bottom of tier enemies. And even with my not optimized class, not optimized gear, this is going to be a cake. You can see the meter on the right. It shows where I'm at in terms of progression and how that compares to how much time is needed. So I want the purple bar to always be further along than the time bar. And again, if we finish early, I'm going to go out and do some quests just to kill some time. Right, these guys, it's not even a matter of being worried about. I'm going to die very quickly. There we go. Now, by killing this elite enemy, you want to see, these purple orbs appear on the ground. Those are bonuses. They'll raise the bar a lot quicker, and that's basically your reward for killing elite enemies. The same rules will apply in the gray area in terms of larger enemies to raise the bar. So I want to actually just run by these little guys and just focus on the big guys. Fortunately, being focused on fighting multiple enemies with exploding comp makes us really good at getting these rifts. So I just let my exploding comp do the trick for the guys that are bottom. Stuff there. You can see we're really on track. Ooh, convoy. Now I just run and let enemies die. This is why also movement speed is really great, because you can get a lot farther while letting pylons do their stuff. Just walking around and frying enemies. There you go. That was a nice, like, 10 seconds of death there. Oh, dead end. You can see we're pretty much way out in front. I can basically take my sweet time, but generally I prefer to get the rift boss open and then retreat until their time is up. And you do get a grade on how quick you kill the rift, and this leads into a time trial for bragging rights as well as increasing your blood shard, if I'm mistaken, capacity. Again, these guys are pretty weak. Now, you may be noticing that no loot is dropped. That's because all the loot is basically reserved for when you beat the rift, and that's why you get so many legendary and social hits. Alright, we're about 43% done the rift. Again, I don't want to be fighting little guys unless they're special or champions. So I'm just going to run right by them. Except for these big ones. These guys like them. Alright. Close in. You can see what's going on again. More bonuses there. Now, if I was playing this at like rift level 10 or 20, these guys would be a hell of a lot harder to kill. But I don't, and eventually, if I keep doing this keystone, we'll get up to that point, I'll probably put it back in my stash and save it, because I won't wait until I'm very much souped up, like doing Torment level 2 or 3 stuff, before I go into the 20s. Now we're at 67% done. Oh, dead end again. You want to fight them at a level where you're just demolished. Because the quicker you clear them, the quicker you'll be able to get the loot and then repeat and so on and so forth. You can see we're way over par right now. Shields, I'll give you vulnerability. He just melted this building.
vicious threat.
I think we're like 85 or 90, 83. Hey, power bomb. Now I do 400% more damage. Oh, that's gonna be lovely. I can just run by them and they die. Okay. We're on floor 3 now. And again, it follows the same thing about basically randomly generating the rifts out of existing environments and classes. 87%. There's our next part.
It's over.
Right. 93. A few more big guys. But again, I don't want to clear this rift. There we go. The Guardian's up, so I'm going to leave. We're at 7 minutes and 48 seconds in. So I'm going to return. Hold on, I just want to see the clock here. I'm going to return at 11:20, according to my time up there. That will be under 5 minutes. Okay. And that should be a quick one to do. Alright, gotta find the curse shrine and cleanse it. And if it gets to 11:20 and I haven't cleared yet, I will make a run back. And so we can do the rift. You'll keep getting keystones as long as you clear the rift before the time runs out. Of course, these guys are back at our normal Torment 1 level of difficulty, so they can be a lot stronger than we just fought. But here's the shrine. So this will be a quick quest. Again, I want to make sure there's no regular enemies around. I'm not even going to stop using the Paragon, because we are focusing on that core. Okay, what do we have to do for the shrine? Waves. Okay, gotta clear these waves of enemies. Again, I'm never good at these, just because there's always that one who stays far away. Alright, so there's one. There's 2.
Your flaws are revealed.
I should move away. Oh. Cleared that. Oh, good. Magic find. Okay. With that, I'm going to run on back here. I don't want to use my portal because I have it currently set to where the Rift Boss is. So we're going to run on back here. Maybe I'll use the Paragon point since that will probably take us to 11:20.
I will forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his burial chamber, he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon. Gorash.
Okay. And we'll again put into resist all. And then we'll take the portal back and kill the Rift Boss. Yep, we're under the 5-minute mark. Good. Now we just gotta kill this guy. Definitely do. Good, he's summoning little guys for me to blow up. And you are dead. Here comes the ooh.
You have triumphed.
Now, every time you clear the rift,
when the champions of ages past,
you have a choice of either upgrading the keystone or upgrading legendary gems. This is a way of boosting the legendary gems that you'll find now by clearing these rifts. Please tell me this is a two-handed sword. Oh, it's only one. But maybe it'll still be really good. Okay, so I'm going to go and upgrade the keystone because this will allow me to do another rift at this low level and get even more great stuff. So, do that. And now we're going to leave and reset. I'm going to check time after I check what we got. Here we go. And... it's a really nice one-hand weapon. So skills deal 20% more damage. But I really need a badass shield to go with it. So this is going to go in the maybe pile back here. If I find a legendary shield, maybe I will use that. Now, as for the legendary gem, here it is. So gain 20% increased damage for 30 seconds after killing an elite pack. Now, when you level up the gem, you see the rank. The rank basically raises the blue numbers value, so it will stay at 20%, but that time will go up. If I upgrade the gem to 25, it will increase, it will get that secondary effect. Now the chance of upgrading the gem increases based on what level of the rift you're on. So if you're trying to level up a gem that's at rank 10 on a tier 1 Great Rift, it's going to be a lot harder compared to if you were doing it on a tier 15 Rift. So we don't need that. And what we're going to do... oh, I almost forgot to check the time. We are at just under an hour. So we'll do one more rift. That will probably take us right to the hour, and then we will call it for tonight's episode. And like I said, now that we're at the point where we're doing these rifts, I'll probably won't be playing Diablo 3 as much, but we'll still play in and out throughout Season 3. So once again, we're going to go back here, he'll close the rift. Yeah, I got a new fancy thing. Thank you. The rift's going to close in 19 seconds, so we just got to hang around here for a little bit. But as you can see, this is where the end game really comes in, just getting massive amounts of gear and rewards to soup your character up. I just wish there was more reason to do it though, because again, all that's left now are the torment tiers. All right, so you're gonna go back in, and we're gonna start Keystone Rank 2. Same exact rules as before. The enemies are gonna be just like a tiny bit harder.
Are you ready? Then your trial begins.
Right. Again, I'm not too worried. Those guys are still pretty low in terms of strength compared to Torment. Alright, killing him, we'll get 80 bonus to our score there. Just going to clear these guys as quickly as possible. Hopefully we'll get some actual useful abilities. Now, unfortunately, one downside about doing the rare rifts is that there are no treasure goblins, so you miss out a chance of getting their good stuff. 17% done. And power pylon, another 400% damage. They all died immediately. Let's see, we're we're going very quickly.
Enough spirit.
But again, in order to keep the keystone low, we don't want to be going too fast. We want to end with the timer under the 5 minute. Unless you really do want to go for the higher tiers, there's a lot more experience and rewards for it. But it's going to be a lot harder. Alright, where is that exit?
Beneath the endless tide.
There's a lot of big guns here. Pretty easy. But I think at this point we can officially say that this build is working out very nicely in terms of survivability and damage output. Again, our only weakness is fighting one-on-one very tough enemies. But this is like the perfect build for doing rift clearing and just quickly getting through these enemies. And I think I'm going the wrong way. Again, this is why movement speed is really great. It just makes it a lot quicker to get through these rifts in case you do go the wrong way. Now there is a limit to the number of legendary gems currently in the game. Once you hit that point, you won't get any more drops from them through the rifts, and those will just be replaced by more legendary and possible set gems. So for these first couple of rifts, we're going to mainly be getting those gems, probably. Also, one other thing, the legendary gems can only be socketed into amulets and rings. That's a bit of a balance in it, so you're not just loaded with nothing but legendaries. Yes, Conduit, my favorite.
Beneath the endless tide.
Past the halfway point, right? It's mainly because we're fighting so many big enemies. Damn. Or Gulping Paragon again. Pretty neat pack. And another dead end. But again, we're so far ahead, it's not like it really matters. And pretty much high-end play like that just relies on you doing these great rifts, then going out to complete quests while you're waiting for the timer to count down, and just repeat as much as you can. I mean, it's interesting to be able to get all this great loot, but it does become very monotonous at points. We're like 90%. Right now we're probably a few more big loots like this and we'll have the rest done. Okay, so we're at 8 minutes, so 11:33. So it'll be safe to come back in and deal with the rip boss. Alright. Or 11:34. Okay. We'll do another quest here. Your Warrior's Rest, that should be quick. And then at 11:34 we'll go back in and finish it off. And use our torment tier enemies again, so it's gonna be a little slower.
This fight is over.
Yep. Got humble. Knockback again is so annoying in melee. Alright, but you're dead. I also can't equip any new gear while I'm in the Greater Rift. It locks your gear to whatever you have on. I may not even find the place time at this rate. Really need to get a legendary level 7 weapon, and we get one with a socket. That would be the dream. Okay.
Beneath the endless tide.
I don't think we're going to have time to do the quest. I don't want to risk it. Maybe we can at least find it. There's the first one, not Warrior's Rest. Okay, bunch of little mini quests there. So what we're going to do, we'll head back to the Rift, clear that, and then we'll just complete these little quests here, and then we'll wrap up the video. Okay. Yep, we're going to be under 5 minutes, so that's good. Oh. It's broke me. But that doesn't matter. He's dead. There we go. Alright, an amulet and a gem.
I'm here to help.
Up. Raised up by 4. Maybe it was 3 minutes, not 5. Doesn't really matter. Within the, I would say 5 to 3 minute range is usually good, but that's a little thing to know. Maybe they've altered the timer since I last played. But still, Keystone rank 4 is still easy enough for us. So let's head back to town. This amulet should definitely be an improvement over what I have right now. And now I really want to start finding rings that have sockets in them. May even be worth it to see if I can re-roll some of this stuff. But first, let's see. Summon shadow clones to your aid when you stun an enemy. Ooh, increases my critical hit chance. Alright, I'll definitely be wearing that. And the new gem, gain 0.5 increased damage for 3 seconds after spending primary resource. Not bad.
Your valor.
Alright, complete another tier. So you can see we're definitely getting some good stuff now. Okay, so we'll put that back in there. May occur once every 30 seconds. Okay. Alright, so again, we'll just quickly clear this quest here, and then that will wrap up this video. Where are these shadow things? Alright, here's a mini quest right here.
The gods speak. Was once fought. We're cut off. They'll be upon us at any moment. Stand firm, brothers, and they will speak of our valor through the ages. The enemy is here for glory.
Yeah, come on.
Skewer the Nephilim bird.
Any shadows yet? There's a lot of death. That was quick.
Like it has happened before.
And we'll just head up here, clear out Warrior's Rest, and be done for tonight. I could probably spend some like blood shards too. Yeah, let's get in here. Alright, what's it gonna be? Oh, that's gonna be a pain to fight. Enchant a small space. Ugh, knock back on top of it too. Again, these guys are ranked Torment level 1, so we do have to go for it. Hold that rock attack. These guys build their boss. It's a plan. Legendary boots. Okay. And just these last 4 guys here. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna check out what we got, see if we can get anything good from the Gambler. Let's see, what was this ring we just picked up? Not bad. But again, that 5 consecutive non-critical hits is just really good. Okay.
Geed was my father.
Let's see, maybe we get a good 2-hand weapon? I'm gonna say no, but...
See you soon.
No.
I cannot afford that.
Alright, how about pants?
What? I didn't even know I had that thing.
No, and no, some more. Alright, that was useless again. Let's see, new boots. Not bad, I suppose. Alright, so we don't need. Okay, with that we're going to wrap up this video. I think I'll do maybe one more just to do some more with the greater rifts, and then I'll probably take a break from playing this as often. But I'll come back to it when I feel like doing more rifts so that you can continue to watch and see how far I can get in hardcore. So, thanks so much for watching. If you're enjoying this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out a lot. And check out game-wisdom.com for posts and podcasts relating to game design and the industry. Also, we have a Patreon campaign going to secure some much-needed monthly funding. You can find that on Patreon under Josh Beister or Game Wisdom. And lastly, if you'd like to watch these videos live, I stream daily on Twitch under GW Beister. So, thanks so much again for watching, and I will see you real soon. Take care, everybody.